Your brain is lying to you. Right now, it's running disaster simulations that will never happen. You're sitting there picturing the worst-case scenario, feeling your chest tighten, your palms sweat, convinced everything's about to fall apart. And here's the kicker. 94% of those catastrophic predictions you're making, they never come true. Your anxiety is a broken alarm system screaming about fires that don't exist. Here's what I'm going to show you. The actual data behind why your anxious thoughts are statistically wrong. How your brain manufactures fake evidence. And the reality testing framework that cuts through the panic and shows you what's actually happening versus what you're inventing. Let's get into it. The 94% reality gap. Listen to what the data actually says. When researchers tracked people with chronic anxiety and compared their catastrophic predictions to what actually happened, 94% of those feared outcomes never materialized. Think about that. 94%. You're torturing yourself with scenarios that have a 6% chance of being real. You think your presentation will tank, and you'll get fired. Doesn't happen. You think that weird pain is definitely cancer. It's not. You think your partner will leave if you speak up. They don't. You think everyone will judge you if you post that thing. They barely notice. Your brain is running a horror movie marathon, and you're treating it like a documentary. Here's what to do. Start keeping an anxiety log for 1 week. Write down every catastrophic prediction. Be specific. I think my boss will yell at me in the meeting. I think my friend is mad and will end our friendship. Then, next to each prediction, mark what actually happened. You'll see your own 94% gap in real time. Your anxiety will argue with you, saying, but this time is different. It's not. The numbers don't lie. How your brain manufactures fake evidence. Your brain isn't designed to make you happy. It's designed to keep you alive. So it's constantly scanning for threats, real or imagined. The problem? It can't tell the difference. A lion charging at you triggers the same alarm system as an awkward conversation you're replaying from 3 years ago. Here's where it gets twisted. Your brain doesn't just predict danger, it looks for evidence to confirm the danger. You think someone's upset with you, so suddenly every neutral text sounds cold. Every delayed response means they hate you. Every short conversation proves you were right. But you're not collecting evidence, you're creating it. Your anxiety is the conclusion. Then your brain works backward to justify it. Watch how this plays out. You're convinced you bombed that job interview. Now, you're analyzing every word, every pause, finding proof you failed. You think your relationship is falling apart? Suddenly, every disagreement is evidence you're doomed. You think you're getting sick. Every minor sensation becomes a symptom. Your brain is a lawyer building a case for a crime that never happened. Stop letting your brain cherry-pick. When you catch yourself gathering evidence for catastrophe, force yourself to list evidence against it, not feelings, facts. My boss said good work yesterday. My friend texted me a meme this morning. I've had this headache before, and it went away. Real evidence, not anxiety-generated fiction. The imagination-reality confusion. Your imagination feels real. That's the trap. When you picture yourself failing, embarrassing yourself, losing everything, your body responds like it's actually happening. Heart racing, stomach dropping, muscles tensing. Your survival system can't distinguish between a memory, a fantasy, and reality. So when you imagine disaster, your body treats it as current danger. This is why you can work yourself into a panic attack about something that hasn't happened and might never happen. You're living through the catastrophe in your mind, and your body is paying the physical price. You're experiencing trauma from events that exist only in your head. It's like crying at a movie, except you wrote the script, you're the only one watching, and you forgot it's fiction. Here's the move. Reality test in the moment. When you feel panic rising about something that hasn't happened yet, ask yourself 3 questions. Is this happening right now, in this moment? Not might happen, not could happen, is it happening? What do I actually know versus what am I imagining? Separate facts from your anxiety screenplay. Have I been wrong about this exact type of prediction before? Spoiler, you have. This cuts the connection between your imagination and your fear response. You're training your brain to distinguish between real threats and mental fiction. Do this every single time. Your anxiety will get quieter because you're starving it of fake fuel. The hindsight clarity you keep ignoring. You've done this before. You've survived every catastrophic prediction you've ever made. Look back at what you were panicking about 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. How many of those disasters actually happened? Almost none. And the few that went wrong? You handled them. You're still here. But here's what your anxiety does. It has amnesia. Every new worry feels brand new, unprecedented, definitely the one that'll finally destroy you. Your anxiety never says, "Remember the 17 other times you thought this exact thing and you were fine?" It convinces you this time is different. This time the sky really is falling. Start building a catastrophe graveyard. Go back through your phone, your journal, your messages. Find moments where you were spiraling. Read what you were convinced would happen. Then write what actually happened next to it. Create a physical record of how consistently wrong your anxiety has been. When the next wave hits, pull out this evidence. Your anxiety is a repeat offender with a terrible track record. This isn't toxic positivity. This is pattern recognition. You're not ignoring real problems. You're acknowledging that your anxiety is an unreliable narrator with a documented history of false alarms. Trust your track record, not your current panic. The action anxiety reversal. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Anxiety grows in waiting. The longer you sit with the what-ifs, the bigger they become. But the moment you take action, any action, anxiety starts to dissolve. Not because the action fixes everything, but because you're no longer trapped in your head running disaster simulations. You're scared to send that message? Send it, and the anxiety shifts. You're worried about that conversation? Have it, and the unknown becomes known. You're panicking about that task? Start it, and the monster shrinks. Action interrupts the anxiety loop. Your brain can't simultaneously do something and catastrophize about doing it. The doing replaces the fearing. Try this today. Pick the smallest thing you're avoiding because of anxiety. Not the biggest, the smallest. Send that text. Make that call. Start that email. Do it badly if you have to, but do it. What you'll notice is the anticipation was worse than the reality. It's always worse in your head. You've been treating anxiety like information, when it's really just noise. It's your broken alarm system malfunctioning, not an accurate predictor of your future. The data is clear. 94% of what you're afraid of won't happen. And the 6% that does? You'll handle it like you've handled everything else. Stop living in your anxiety's version of reality. Start testing it against actual reality. Here's what to do. Keep your anxiety log and track your predictions versus reality. Challenge your evidence by listing facts against catastrophe, not feelings. Reality test your predictions by asking if it's happening now and what you actually know. Build your catastrophe graveyard to see your anxiety's terrible track record. Take action instead of marinating in fear. Your anxiety has been wrong before. It's wrong now. Prove it to yourself. Try one of these things today and watch the gap between your fears and reality become impossible to ignore.